If you ever heard someone say this IUL is max funded and properly structured and thought, what does that even mean? This is a video that will finally make it click. Most people think life insurance is just about protection, and it is. But when an indexed universal life policy is designed the right way, it can also become a powerful tool for building and accessing money while you're still alive. The key to achieve this is how it's structured. Every dollar you put into an IUL from your monthly premium payment is actually doing two things behind the scenes. Think of it like this. Bucket number one covers the cost of insurance and policy fees. Bucket number two builds your cash value. And here's a truth most people don't realize. You can't control the cost of insurance. That's based on your age, your health, and the insurance company. But you can control how the policy is designed. So more of your money goes into bucket number two. The cash value portion earns interest based on a stock market index like the S&P 500. But here's the important part. Your money is not directly invested in the market. Instead, the insurance company credits interest based on that index, using things like caps and participation rates. So in essence, you get upside potential when the market performs and protection when it doesn't. This is where the 0% floor comes in. If the market has a bad year, your credited interest is 0%, not negative. That means your cash value is protected from market losses, although policy fees still apply. So when people say max funded, what they really mean is you're putting in as much premium as possible while staying within IRS guidelines. Now, this is important. This is a line you don't want to cross. If you put in too much premium relative to the death benefit, the IRS can classify the policy as a Modified Endowment Contract, or MEC. And if that happens, loans and withdrawals can become taxable. There may even be penalties before age 59 and a half. And that status is permanent. So the goal is to design the policy right up to that limit, but never over it. A properly structured IUL does two things at the same time. It keeps the death benefit just high enough to satisfy IRS rules, but it maximizes how much of your premium goes into cash value. In other words, you're minimizing the drag from insurance costs and maximizing your growth potential. Now, over time, that cash value can grow. And if the policy is designed and managed correctly, you can access that money through policy loans. These loans are generally tax-free as long as the policy stays in force and isn't classified as a MEC. That's what allows people to use that money for opportunities, for emergencies, for big purchases, or even to supplement their retirement income. Now, this isn't magic. Growth depends on the policy design, the insurance company, the caps and participation rates you choose, and how consistently you fund it. But when it's done right, it becomes a very flexible financial tool. So to recap and to simplify everything, a max-funded, properly structured IUL means you're putting in the maximum premium allowed without triggering a MEC, and designing the policy so the majority of your money builds cash value. If you're curious what this actually looks like for your situation, I can walk you through real numbers based on your age, your goals, and your budget. Just send me a message. No pressure, just clarity.